Good evening, everyone. You shushed him, didn't you? I would like to call to order the regular board meeting of the Vallecitos Water District this September 17th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Notice to the public. Before we begin, I would like to announce that members of the public may watch the meeting via live computer or smart device by going to the district's website and clicking on the Watch Live icon. And with that, I've asked Director Ellertharp to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. Appreciate again you all being here. Directors, please indicate your attendance. We are all here, all four of us, soon to be five. Do we have any additions to the agenda?
No, sir.
May I have a motion to adopt the agenda for the regular board meeting September 17, 2025?
So
Moved by Director Hernandez, seconded by Director Ellertharp. Please vote. Motion passes. Thank you. Do we have any public speakers?
No, sir.
No public speakers. No presentations.
No presentations.
All right. We have the consent calendar. May I have a motion to approve the consent calendar as presented?
So moved.
Moved by Director Kirschbaum. I can second that. Please vote. Consent calendar has been approved. Motion passes. Thank you so much. Moving right along expeditiously here. Action item 2.1. ACWA Committee appointment nominations for 26-27 term. Any public speakers on this item?
No, sir.
Are there any questions from the board? Or do you want to go ahead and present? Is there anything to present?
I'll just do a quick presentation, if I may. Association of California Water Agencies, which Vallecitos is a member of, has elections and also opportunity for board members to fill basically committee seats. The committee seats are in the board packet, and today is really taking direction from the board if there's any interest from board members to serve on one of the ACWA committees. And it's an item that does not require action. If there's a board member that does want to sit on a committee, then staff could put those committee members' names for nomination, board member name for nomination in each committee.
Gotcha. Is this the one where we have like, we're in Region 10?
Yeah, we're in Region 10, but this is not the board. These are the different committees, like the Power Committee, the Water Conservation. There's I think 13 committees. So agricultural, business development, communications, energy, federal affairs, finance, groundwater, legal affairs, local government, membership, state legislative, water management, and water quality.
Can you go through this one more time? I'm just kidding. Thank you. Is it, and you just need direction from us if any of us are interested in any of those committees?
If anybody's interested, yeah.
Is there any interest on any board member for any of those committees?
Director Ellertharp, you're not on County Water Authority anymore, so I nominate you for ACWA Committee.
except I was on the Energy Committee for about 20 years. So.
Okay, noted.
In other words, he says he served his time.
Yes, I
So
appreciate
noted.
that. Thank you.
Any other nominations or questions? It doesn't look like there's interest on this side. So is that direction enough?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no motion or anything, just direction. All right. Agenda 2.2, ACWA, same thing. ACWA Water Agencies. Is this the same thing?
No, this is actually.
Oh, this is for the Region 10 board election. Okay, go ahead.
This one's actually a double. It's a ACWA board election for president and vice president, in which this board already took motion for vice president support, and ACWA Region 10 slate of candidate, which in this board already took action for the ACWA slate board member Scott Maloney from Olivenhain. So today before you is the slate of candidates as put forth by ACWA for both the president and vice president of ACWA and Region 10 slate of candidates. The board has an option to support the slate, not take any action, or recommend a different slate.
Thank you. Direction, comments, questions, discussion?
I do not personally know any of the members on the slate except for Mr. Maloney that we talked about last time. So I would move that we do not take any action on this item.
And I support that as well, because I too don't know anybody. Jim? We're all good?
All right.
Director Hernandez? So with that, that is our board direction, is we just take no action. Does that make it easy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 2.3, recognizing the week of October 4 through 12, 2025 as Water and Wastewater Professional Appreciation Week. What do you have on that?
Vallecitos Water District proudly joins agencies across the state in recognizing Water and Wastewater Professionals Appreciation Week. This is officially designated by the California State through Senate Concurrence Resolution 80. It recognizes the essential role of water and wastewater professionals for providing safe, reliable water and wastewater services to our state and to our customers. With that, staff requests adoption of resolution recognizing water professionals for this week from October 4th to the 12th.
Okay, any discussion? We have a motion?
Move to approve.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a first by Director Hernandez, a second by Director Ellertharp, and thank you for that. Please vote. Motion passes for that. That's nice. Thank you. Are any of our professionals, or you're all being recognized?
All our staff is being recognized by the board officially, and we appreciate it.
Is that going to be on Thursday for luncheon?
No,
Something-
that's just a regular employee appreciation
All
lunch.
right, all right. So we're all being appreciated. Thank you. 2.4, this is a fun one.
It's the main event, sir.
Consideration of candidates to fill the board vacancy and appointment of a new director to fill the Division 5 seat vacated by Director Boyd Hodgins, as she is in Canada, I think. And yes, give us some direction on this one.
Before we do, I believe we do have a speaker slip on this one.
We have an Allison, if you'd like to go ahead and come up to the podium here. Here.
Yep.
Thank you.
Hello, Allison.
Hi there. Okay. So firstly, I want to sincerely apologize for the late submission of my application for the vacant District 5 seat. I humbly ask that you consider it despite the timing. This is not a reflection of my commitment, but rather it's deeply how much I care about serving. I didn't want to put in a rushed application. I only found out about the vacancy a short time beforehand, so I wanted to take that extra care in making sure that my application had substance. So thank you, and I thank you very much.
Thank you for that. Appreciate it. We're going to have a discussion on that right now, I think. Is there
Yeah.
any other public speakers?
There are no more public speakers.
So with that, with the process here, I do have a little bit of reading to do to make sure we hit all the marks, and the board will have an opportunity to consider the late applicants. So due to the recent departure of Director Boyd Hodgson from Division 5, there's a vacancy on the board. The election law gives an opportunity to fill the vacancy by appointment or special elections. At the August 20th meeting of the board elected to move forward with filling the vacancy by selection. And today, the September 17th meeting is the date in which the board picked for that appointment. Staff did advertise the opening, posting the notice of vacancies in notable locations, and also advertised it in the Union Tribune. Notice the candidates for the time of appointment and interests of candidates must be within the district boundaries, living there for Division 5, and needed to submit a letter of interest by 4:30 on September 11th. Staff did receive 3 by the deadline, but also 2 additional after the deadline for board consideration. At this point, the board can choose to either allow the additional 2 to be part of the selection process or move forward with just the 3. So at this time, I'll pause for the board to consider that one portion.
I am definitely open to accept 2 late entries. Those 2 entries are here?
Is that a motion? Is that a motion?
Is that a motion
I
or
don't
just
need
a
a motion,
discussion?
I just need consensus on this one.
Yeah. Do we have
It's,
consensus to allow 2 late entries, basically?
Allison Stanton and Guy, is it Bela? Bela.
Guy below and Allison just came in just shortly after the,
Yes.
okay. I mean, I'm open to those 2.
Yeah, I'm open to supporting,
Yes.
considering the 2.
So it looks like we have just a verbal 4 ayes Any nays? We're all on board to support that action.
Okay, great. So then we have 5 applicants to consider tonight. So each candidate will be provided an opportunity to make a statement of interest and qualifications to the board. Then the board will have an opportunity to ask questions. The board will deliberate after each candidate's interview, and there will be a question and answer session. The board president then can request a motion for a particular candidate, and with the adoption of the resolution, the successful candidate, which will require 3 yes votes, will be seated as a new board member. The first board meeting that candidate will be seated will be October 1st. For the candidates, normally you would have to fill out a speaker slip, but for today you do not. The board will hear you one at a time without the other candidates in the room. Members of the public, such as family and other supporters, may remain in the room during the entire process. When it's your time, the board secretary will come and get you, and you'll stand at the podium and you'll have 15 minutes to present. Now, be mindful that your 15 minutes includes the question and answer portion as well as your presentation, so please be mindful of time. When your time is up, the board secretary will escort you out. The board may elect to discuss each candidate after the interview, and this may be why it may take some time to get applicants in between sessions. Please understand and please be patient as we go through the process. Again, members of the public and family members may elect to stay inside if they choose. After all candidates have spoken, we will ask all candidates to wait in the lobby so the board can deliberate. Of course, public members and family members may stay in here as this is a public meeting. The goal is to make the appointment tonight, but with discussions, motions, and voting, this could happen quickly or it may take some time. So I apologize up front if it takes a little bit of time. Again, please be patient with us as we go through the process. Once the decision is made, we'll bring all candidates in, and President PENNOCK will make the announcement of who was selected. The selected person will be administered the oath of office and asked to sign the oath, and that will need to be signed tonight. Successful candidate will also attend their first meeting as director of VWD board on October 1st. And that will be more of a ceremony, so if you want to invite friends and family and take pictures, we'll allow for time and opportunity for that. Because a vacancy occurred on the first half of Division 5's term of office, which ran from January 24 to December of 28, the next general election, which is November of 2026, the person who filled this vacancy will need to run to hold the office, to run for the remainder of the term. So this appointment will allow the person to be filled as a board member of Vallecitos until December 2026. The successful candidate that gets elected from the November 2026 election will stay as a board member of Vallecitos until the end of the normal term, which is December 2028. We're ready to begin, but before I do, is there any questions from the candidates or the board?
I think we're good here.
I have a quick question, actually. Quick question on the procedure. So the goal is obviously to choose a candidate tonight and to appoint somebody tonight. What if we can't come to a decision tonight and the board elects to have another meeting or more discussions? Is that an option or not?
It is. So if the board does not come to a consensus tonight, the board has another opportunity at the October 1st meeting.
Okay.
If the board does not make a selection by October 10th, then it falls back to the County Board of Supervisors, who can then appoint somebody to the board.
Thank you.
We'll come to a consensus tonight.
So if there's no other questions, we're going to kindly request all the applicants to leave
Any
the
questions?
boardroom. The first one up will be Wally Simpson, followed by Tanis Brown, then Robert Daines, and then we've also added Allison Stanton and Guy Bailaw.
Thank you.
Kirsten, will you sort them out?
Wally in a few minutes.
In a few minutes, yep.
Or I think Wally's first.
Yeah, but I still have to go through board procedures.
Gotcha.
Sorry. Board procedures. right off the minutes.
You did very well reading through that.
Well, I'm only halfway done. Just kidding. Okay, so in front of you, you have a list of suggested questions, but feel free to ask your own questions. There'll be a timer on display, but we're not, and it's up to the board, there's not an intention to stop them right at 15 minutes. So if somebody's in the middle of a presentation or a question and answer session, the board may elect to allow them to finish. President PENNOCK,
Yes.
it's up to you, but you can discuss each candidate after each interview or wait to the end to discuss everybody.
Okay. Do I have to make that decision now?
It's up to you guys.
So what would, I mean, let me just make a consensus. Would you like to discuss after each candidate or at the end of all five?
Can we do both?
That's what I was wondering. Yeah, do you have to make a decision now? Because you
So,
might have some
I think
clarifications.
it would be nice to talk about the candidates one at a time, but then also
You can do both if you.
have some time to talk about all of them at the end.
Okay.
I don't know, that's just kind of my thoughts, what everybody else thinks.
And President, if we do get to the 15-minute and they're in the middle of something, please identify that they need to wrap it up.
Okay.
So we don't let this thing linger.
Okay.
Where's the timer? Can we see it, or?
It'll be up.
Okay. Oh, we have one.
Yeah, it'll be up, you'll see it. So I want to give the board an opportunity to look at the new candidate's information since you just received it. And when you are ready, we'll bring the first candidate in.
Okay. You guys give me the thumbs up when you're ready. And they're going to be going in Wally, Tanis, Robert, Allison, and Guy.
And Director Panic, as president, you're the facilitator of it. I'll step in if there's any questions, but I'm going to hand it over to you.
Okay, formal and informal. I'm kind of an informal guy, so I don't know how I can facilitate this, but I'll do my best. Just give me I'll wait for 3 ayes and we'll move forward. And I am ready whenever the other 3 board members are ready. You're good? Director Ellithorpe is ready. Director Kirschbaum is ready. Director Hernandez? You're good? All right. You know a little bit about this.
Yeah, I do. It's surreal being on the other side.
It's hard. Now you can see why. It was hard for us, huh?
Yeah, it is hard. It's hard being on the side too.
Yeah, it's almost hard.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Wally Simpson, thank you for being here.
Well, thank you.
You have 15 minutes, including question and answers, to present yourself, and we're truly grateful you're here.
Well, hello and thank you. My name is Henry Walter Simpson III. I'm a lifelong resident of San Marcos. I recently ran against Tiffany in the November election, where my 4,000 votes were not quite enough to defeat the incumbent. During my campaign, I met many great residents of District 5. I had countless conversations with those residents, going door to door, and many other events. Some of those conversations were very candid. Lower rates, give me lower rates. But for the last 3 years, I've educated myself on Vallecitos business, by watching these meetings and reading up on Vallecitos history. I'm well aware of ongoing issues and projects, so I can hit the ground running. I'm also aware of many of the Vallecitos accomplishments over the years, like the recent 5,000-gallon water tank at the helipad to help fight the wildland fires. Also, the 73 million gallon holding tank up at Twin Oaks. And the wastewater treatment facility up, which can process up to 5 million gallons of treated water a day, which San Marcos uses to water its green spaces and is sold to the other communities in the area. Also, the wonderful scholarship programs to encourage today's youth and to be tomorrow's future leaders in the water industry. In the early 2000s, I was on San Marcos Creekside Committee, ran for city council, was considered for appointment here at Vallecitos Water District. For many years, I coached San Marcos High football, coached San Marcos Youth Soccer. I have my supply chain manager degree through University of Phoenix, my fire science degree through Palomar College. I'm a graduate of Palomar Fire Academy, and was a San Pasqual volunteer firefighter, engineer, and EMT. I have a great supply chain job at a high-end leather furniture company that fully supports me for being here and on this board. The owner and his wife are fully on board with me being a board member, and so I'll have the time dedicated to be on this board and to be on committees. My son will be 16, but going on 20, and is almost fully independent. So I have the time dedicated to be to the responsibilities of this board. I want to continue contributing to our community. I choose Vallecitos Water Board because water is a very valuable resource. I want to be part of securing that resource for not only my son's future, but the future of San Marcos. If selected, I will not bring any hidden agendas, outside influences that don't directly coincide with the direct responsibilities of this board. I will make sound, educated decisions based on advice from staff, subject matter experts, other directors, public input, and most importantly, what is good for the customer, Vallecitos, and San Marcos. I'm a proud product of San Marcos, for San Marcos. I'd be honored to be appointed to Director of District 5, so I can give back to this great community and town, to which I love. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you so much for that, Wally. Appreciate that presentation. I see you're wearing the San Marcos colors.
Good night.
Go Knights. Thank you.
Well, I guess I can't say that exactly right now.
Knights and Grizzlies. Thank you. I know we do have some questions and things. We'll start. Director Kirschbaum, do you want to start? We'll start ladies first here.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Wally. That was a really great presentation. We really appreciate you being here. And I just want to personally say thank you for running for office. It sounds like your time running for Vallecitos was the second time you've run for public office.
Yeah.
That's really takes a lot of bravery and stamina. And I appreciate you doing that because it makes our whole community better.
Thank you.
I did have a question about your campaign. I noticed that you had a very impressive fundraising for your recent campaign.
Sure.
And there was also a large amount of independent expenditures from the local Building Industry Association.
Yep.
So I'm curious, and you also had a lot of donations to your campaign from local developers. So I'm curious your connection to the development community and why you think they had such an outsized interest in your election to the board.
Well, I think part of that is, just being a local. And, San Marcos used to just be a one-lane road street. And, we were a chicken farm and, we actually had cows at the dairy. And, being growing up here and, I know quite a lot of people. And just a lot of people wanted to support me. Now, Tiffany and I had some great back and forth conversations during the campaign, but then we had some really heart-to-heart after the campaign. And, during the campaign, I'm in the pocket of developers. Well, development is a necessary thing for the growth of any healthy city. And most of us live in that development. I know as a kid growing up, I was really bummed when my favorite bicycle track got demolished. Ended up, my parents bought a house in that development. And eventually down the way, Fire Station 3 was part of that development. So, now we have 16-story buildings over there in the college district. So, development is, just part of it. Look at San Elijo Hills. Humongous development. So, why they wanted to contribute to me, they saw something in me. They saw something they might not have liked in the other candidate, and they wanted me and supported me, and that's how it all happened.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the answer. That was not a softball to start the first question. That was a good.
Yeah, no, that was
That was
great.
a hard throwing fastball.
And I wasn't prepared. That was not on my notes either.
Well, you did very well in response. Thank you. Thank you for the question. Director Hernandez, do you have any?
Yes, did you meet with any of the board members telephonically, in person?
I met with both gyms.
Very good.
Yes.
All right. And during that time, you mentioned in your presentation, your time commitment, you are available for the commitment necessary for the board?
100%. Obviously, I've made the commitment to run, and I think this is a huge passion for me, and I will definitely make the time commitment to be on this board.
Very good. All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Director Oliver?
Well, Wally, thanks for sharing with us. I really appreciate it. I was wondering, what do you think are some of the main issues affecting the water and wastewater industry today, more particularly at VWD?
Well, water supply takes up, I believe, like 70% of our budget. So that's a huge factor. Just trying to secure, fresh, clean water for our supply. But I think the biggest factor is our aging infrastructure, both ingoing and outgoing. Even though or Vallecitos is choosing to reline pipes instead of open trench replacement, which saves time and money. But we're getting to the point where some of these pipes are not only aging out, but the volume needs to increase too. So the capacity needs to increase. So all that combined with rising costs of delivering water and providing clean, safe drinking water to everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. You already asked one, though.
Can I get one more?
Yes, you can ask mine, because you answered all my questions already.
I
so
just
go
had
ahead.
a follow-up question to Director Elletharp's question. And I know you talked to a lot of people that said, keep my rates low, that's all I care about. So my question for you is, what do you think is more important, keeping rates low or water supply reliability, including infrastructure, keeping infrastructure up to date?
That's a terrific question, right? Everybody wants low rates. I think we can keep rates low while expanding, because the builders are paying for most of that expansion through per door rates, which range anywhere from $40 to $1,000 per door on these building fees. So we can make calculated decisions on, trying to keep our rates as low as possible, but while smartly, keeping our infrastructure safe and trying to keep that resource from just spilling out into the street.
Good answer, thank you.
Thank you. Good question. Good questions and good answers, and you've answered all of mine. I appreciate your presentation. Thank you. If there's no other questions?
No?
Okay.
Do you have any questions for us before you go?
No, I think I'm good. I know there's a lot of projects being going on, like the land for sale, and I know you're gonna try to use some of those profits to hopefully help reduce the rates. And once that land's for sale, it's kind of a twofer, since the developer will also have to pay for infrastructure fees, and so we kind of get a double dip there. So hopefully we can reinvest that into keeping rates low.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Seems like
guys.
you have a good vision.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Wally.
Appreciate your consideration.
You only have 15, you only have an hour out there. Go for a taco or something. All right, so we'll bring in Tanis.
Oh,
I
before
thought
you
we were gonna
do,
talk.
Oh,
yeah.
would you like to discuss that candidate? Any discussion?
It's up to you guys. Or do you want to wait till the end and discuss them all?
I would like to discuss them at the end, unless there's any clarifications. I mean, we can do both, if there's some
No,
clarification.
I'm good.
I'm good, just
Yeah, let's move along.
Any
we
discussion
can
with
move
Wally?
along.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm good with that too.
Next, do you want the next candidate?
Yeah.
All right. It'll be Tanis Brown.
Yes. What do you think, 4,000 votes you got? You know what Tiffany got? 6,000, yeah, it's about 2,000 short. Hi, Tanis, we are all waiting for you. Thank you for being here. You've got the floor in 15 minutes, and it's all you.
All right, well, some of you may know me as a talker.
No.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight. I think in my letter, I may have given you way more information than you needed, because I put way far back into 1976. But as I was planning for tonight, I was thinking, okay, what's your story in San Marcos? And I think that my sister-in-law had this little plaque in her house that said, "Bloom where you're planted." And I think that's kind of what has happened to me since I moved to San Marcos. And one thing has led to another, from moving into a house that had 2 bathrooms and a dishwasher. So cool. And then taking a class at Palomar College, and as a result of that, getting a job for the city of San Marcos, like within a month of us moving to San Marcos. So I had a chance to right away get to meet people that worked for the city. My husband and I then went overseas for a couple of years, came back, and by that time I was enamored with history. So I got involved with the Historical Society, of course, in San Marcos. And as a result of that, I got involved with the Chamber of Commerce. And through that, I got to know President Richard Rush, who was just starting Cal State San Marcos, or at that time it was just going to be another CSU. And I got to get involved with the early stages of Cal State San Marcos. We came back to the city, our kids were in the sports and schools. My husband got involved with the school board, and I said, I need something to do. Park and Rec, that's perfect. We have that connection. So I was able to make a huge difference, I think, from sitting on the Park and Recreation, which was called Community Services at that time. And we put in the Master Parks Plan, the Trails Committee, and the Trails Plan for the city of San Marcos, and built a heck of a lot of parks. Over the years, I've continued to not only continue to be involved with the city, the Historical Society, Cal State San Marcos, and through my involvement with the Historical Society, then I got involved with the North County Cemetery District, which is a special district. So what I'm trying to share with you today is that my life in San Marcos has revolved around the community and the different agencies that I've been lucky enough to serve on. And when this opportunity came up, my husband said, you know, you've done a lot of the, you have the qualifications to maybe apply for this position. And I started thinking about it and started digging a little deeper. I already had a pretty strong relationship with the educational outreach program that Vallecitos has been very generous to the Historical Society. They helped us put a school program together. We've done a lot of things. Anyway, so I want to give you some time to ask me questions, but I think that all of the opportunities that I've had to serve in the city kind of prepare me. I go to meetings, I read the agendas, I do my homework, and I show up and I ask a lot of questions. So if I'm appointed, be prepared that I will ask a lot of questions and try to learn as much as I can and be as informative I can to the public. So, okay, now you get to ask me questions.
Well, Tanis, thank you for that presentation. Appreciate, up to this point, just all the service in San Marcos as well. I mean, I know we've run into each other many times just by being involved, and so thank you. Yes, you are busy. Questions? We'll start over here this time.
Well, thanks for being with us tonight, Tanis.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. I was wondering, what is something noteworthy or meaningful to you that the district has done in the last few years?
Oh my gosh. Well, like I say, when the Historical Society moved from San Marcos Boulevard out to Walnut Grove Park, it was a lot of bare property. And Chris Robbins and Lisa approached us and said, we'd love to put a native garden out there. And as a result of that, we've done classes out there, sponsored by Vallecitos Water. We have several native garden areas. So that's touched me personally, but it's always wonderful to share that publicly as well. And then again, do outreach with the community. So I think that's a personal thing that has really impressed me about working with Vallecitos Water.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you. Director Hernandez.
Yes. What do you think some of the main issues affecting the water and wastewater industry today are?
Oh, gosh. Well, I do remember when I was not volunteering, but serving on North County Cemetery District, one of the things that was always important, and I'm sure it's important here too, is to make sure that you have a consistent staff, that you have people coming up the pipeline, so to speak, that are well-trained and can step into a job, that you're continuing to train your employees, that you have the equipment that you need, because equipment, if you don't have the equipment, it's hard to go out and dig pipes and things like that. I also think you have to have a cohesive leadership team that speaks on behalf of the organization, and that the board works well together, and that you as a trustee, your job is to make sure that the hiring process, you have the best people that you can find for the job. So as far as wastewater, I know that there is a rate increase coming up, and I think it's going to be really important to make sure the customers are well informed about why and why it's a pass-through, and that Vallecitos is really only getting a teeny tiny bit of that amount of money. I think those are things that are really important for any board, is to be able to be a good communicator and represent your district.
Thank you.
Any follow-up to that, or Director Kirschbaum?
Sure. So my question is, explain what representing constituents would mean to you.
Oh, gosh. Well, having been in positions where there are multiple people that represent one agency, I think it's really important that the board has one story that is represented by the facts and figures that have been given you by the leadership of the district, that you are out there available to people, but also representing, so that knowing how to connect people. And I think that's one of my gifts, is that I really enjoy connecting people and getting answers for people that have questions.
Thank you.
So a follow-up to that, actually, our general manager has prepared some really nice questions here for us to ask, and I like this one, and it kind of piggybacks on that one. As far as constituents, within the water district, there's a balance of interest, stakeholders. We've got constituents, we've got ratepayers, we've got businesses, we've got business owners, we've got developers, we've got environmental groups. So how would you mitigate those special interests and those other interests and your conflicts of interest yourself?
You know, that's interesting, because I did ask that question yesterday in terms of my connection to the Vallecitos Water through the educational programs, asking if there would be a conflict of interest in some of the activities I'm doing as a volunteer. And of course, if there was a conflict, you'd have to recuse yourself from being involved in a decision in a public meeting or something like that. I am a true believer in that you can work things out with different constituents. And the guidelines of Vallecitos are pretty clear in what your message is and how you try to serve all of those constituents, whether it's environmental, developers, the rules and regulations that are established by the state, by the government, and locally, and the interactions that you have with other agencies really kind of preclude what you as an individual board member can do. So I would always defer to our staff and say, you know, help us figure this out. But in working with constituents and making sure that their questions, at least that we've responded to them, and in no matter what sector you represent.
Thank you, thank you. Any other questions, discussions? Any other questions for us?
Well, the only thing I had a question about was, that I found out earlier, was that is the oath of office taken today or on October 1st? And I found that out. So again, I think the one thing I have going is that I have known all of you on the board in some aspect or another, and I'm a pretty known entity, so kind of what you see is what you get, and hopefully that is influential enough to at least seeing me as a potential colleague of yours.
Well-
I really appreciate your time tonight.
Well, thank you, appreciate it.
Okay.
You are wise beyond your years.
Thank you,
I don't think so, but I do like to put effort forward.
You
so
do,
thanks
thank you.
very
Appreciate
much.
that, Dennis, thank you.
Do we want a few minutes?
Any discussion before bringing in Rob Daines? No? You can go ahead, bring in Rob.
Guys are flying through this.
See? I don't know, we're taking it down to 2 or 3 minutes each time.
Well, it's the buffer time.
Oh, the buffer, no, we don't know what it's gonna be like at the end of 5. It's between, yeah. Well, hello there, Robert Daines, right here at the podium. Yeah. Hi there, it's good to see you. Was that long? Was that a long wait or not too bad?
Well, they're getting restless out there, but,
They're getting restless?
yeah.
Well, thank you.
And
You
we're
have
doing
the
okay.
podium.
It's just fine. It's just
That's
fine.
good. You get to know each other.
Yeah.
You got the podium and you got 15 minutes and love to hear from you.
Well, thanks for having me. It's good to be here. Good evening, members of the board. Yes, Robert Daines, call me Rob. My interest in being here is to take a more active role in the community by protecting the public health and the environment by ensuring access to safe, clean, and quality water. I'm very passionate. I'm a very passionate member of the community of San Marcos. I've been here since 2007. And my family and I raised my children here. We have really enjoyed living here. I also think that it's important to be a part of shaping the policies of the water committee, the water board, for the good of the customer. Service, delivery, price, efficiencies. That's what I believe. So that's my statement of interest. A little bit more about me, just a couple of personal items, and then I'll get into my career. Like I said, been here since 2007. My children went to Discovery Hills Elementary. I live over in Discovery Hills, and then they went to Double Peak School and then San Marcos High School. And we live at the base of the trailhead right there at Discovery Lake. And I was thinking on my way over here how many times I've hiked, walked, ran, or mountain biked Double Peak, and I can't count them. It's it's quite a bit. So I do appreciate the city of San Marcos and all the fun that they have here. I've also taken part in several community service cleanup days in the city, and my wife also works at Cal State San Marcos. Has an administrative role in the psychology department, and she just got promoted to another one that the name is escaping me. A little bit about I've also participated in kids sports, basketball coach over at Corky Smith, and watched my daughters grow up in the volleyball program. So that was fun. My youngest is now a senior over at San Marcos High School. So I started out in the insurance business, but I left that, and so for the last 15 years, I've been in senior living. I've been a director, an executive director in several different communities, and that's been enlightening. It's been an awesome experience. It's an opportunity to, it's not an easy job, but it's a very gratifying job because at the end of each day, I get to drive home and feel good about what I've done for the day because we're taking care of our seniors. My primary role there is just about everything. I oversee every single department, so I'm very versed in labor laws and staffing and human resources, but primarily financials and budgets. I'm an operator. That's my strength. Every department needs to run efficiently, and so I have to oversee that. And I've had quite a bit of success. Just a couple of short notes. I did run at one time Villa Rancho Bernardo. I had 350 employees and 300 skilled nursing residents. I've done all phases of senior living. There's independent living, there's skilled nursing, there's assisted living, and there's memory care. All are awesome experiences, depending on, you know, the resident's level of care. I also had a unique opportunity in 2020 to build. We built a health center, which was an assisted living, a memory care, and a skilled nursing. And when I came on board, it was all dirt. I worked with the development team, worked with the architects, worked with just all the planning, got the permits, and built this health center from the ground all the way up. And then the hardest part was once we finished the construction, I had to do the licensing, and that was pretty much all on me. And so I was back and forth with phone calls and emails to the Department of Public Health and Department of Social Services in the state of California up in Sacramento for months and months and months. And we finally got through, finally got licensed, and moved in our first resident, and that was quite an awesome day. And a year later, we were all filled up, and so it was turned out to be a very successful business, and I've enjoyed doing that. I've won awards for, received certificates of excellence. I've also participated in advocacy days up at the state offices. Advocating certain measures that are going to be on upcoming bills and things like that. But anyway, I'm not a long-winded person, so I'll just conclude by letting you know that my strength's in operations. I'm a business guy. I appreciate a team. I appreciate a board. I understand relationships. I understand the importance of making decisions. Decisions have to be made every day. It's what I do, is make decisions. And also service and quality and excellence, delivery, price. That's me in a nutshell. So I thank you for your time. I feel this is not super easy to stand here and present, but I hope I've done okay. And I believe I'd be an asset to the board. So thank you for considering me.
Well, thank you, and I think you did a great job in presenting yourself to this. It is kind of awkward. You got a bunch of lights on us, and you're there, and you got, yeah. Great job. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that.
Do I go now?
No.
Don't get away now.
Some of us have some softballs, but Director Kirschbaum, she'll throw you a curveball every once in a while, so I'll let her throw you a curveball if she has one. I don't know.
This is a pretty easy one. So you did a great job, Rob, with your presentation. Thank you for being here. So my question is, do you have previous experience on committees or boards in the community?
I don't. Boards and committees in business setting, tons of them. I will tell you that I'm a fast learner. I appreciate the dynamic here, how, we sit around a table, make decisions, talk about issues, come to a conclusion, dive into the root cause and figure out where you can go. I'm a visionary type person, so I always focus on what is the vision, what are we trying to accomplish? Let's get together and see if we can take ourselves there. So no experience, but certainly a fast learner can feel like I can do it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. So when you say no experience, like on public boards, but like on business committees, things like that?
Yeah. I've sat around many tables in front of many people and owners.
As a board member, you were on a couple of committees as well, so you feel right at home.
Yeah.
Thank you. Director, Hernandez.
Yes. A couple of questions. What do you think some of the main issues affecting water and wastewater of the industry today are?
Thank you, Mr. Hernandez. I'm a customer like everybody else in the room, and like all of my neighbors, and we want clean drinking water. I think, I don't know about anybody else, but am I the last remaining tap water drinker? Okay.
I like tap water.
Just throw it- But clean, quality water and, everything coming in good, and then let's get the dirty out. Jim, again, not a ton of experience in this area, but passionate about whatever I do, so.
All right, and my second question is, did you consider running for the district seat a couple of years ago?
I did think about it. I didn't feel like I was ready, but I plan to in the future, so, yeah.
Very good, thank you.
You might have to, if you get the appointment, then you might have to run in the future. Thank you. Director Elithar?
Yeah, thanks for being here, Rob. We really appreciate it. I was wondering, when you're applying for this position, did you meet with any members of the board or staff?
Mr. PENNOCK.
Okay.
I've met him.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. And I've known Rob for a while, so yeah. Thank you.
President PENNOCK. My
Well,
apologies.
I'm good with a Jim, too. Any other questions? No, I just appreciate you've talked about just the number of decisions, and you make business decisions, financials, things like that. And that's what, this is in the business of water. And I know your water experience is not high, but just a few, just again, synopsis of business decisions, maybe a success story or something like that. Well, it sounds like that ground up from that one, I guess, there, and you've worked with public health. Do we work with public health with this agency?
Yeah, only for the water quality portion of it, but not, it's a different side of the
Other
department.
side of the public health side, yeah, senior living. But no, appreciate what you've done, but on the business and financial side, I mean, we're doing that all the time. What's your experience as far as balancing budgets and visions for how to spend money?
Every single day, you have to, weigh the options. Do you want to, what's the focus? In my little world, what's best for the resident? We might have to spend some money there. Well, can we balance it on, in another area? Yeah, every single day.
Gotcha. Priorities. Gotcha, thank you. Any other questions? Discussion? Mr. Daines? Go.
I've got
Yep.
one last question. Do you think anything needs to be improved at VWD?
I'm sorry, do I think anything needs to be improved?
At VWD?
Oh,
At the district?
for the moment, not that I'm aware of.
Thank you.
That's one thing there's a lot of in this industry is acronyms. So you'll learn VWD and ACWA, and there's a lot of that. That took me about 4 years.
No,
to learn all the
I
acronyms.
did hear, I heard it, he was not close to the microphone.
No, appreciate it. Hey, thank you so much. Any other questions? What's that?
Did you want to ask if you have any questions for us?
Oh, do you have any questions for us? Thank you for reminding me.
I believe we've covered it, but thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Any discussion about Rob before we bring in
No, let's
Allison?
wait to the end.
In? All right. Allison, come on in. Three down, two to go?
Yeah,
We're doing pretty good, huh?
I think so.
Hasn't even been an hour. Wait, has it?
Yeah.
No, we're almost an hour.
15 minutes per procedure.
That's pretty good. Plus the other meeting we've got, this is 2.3.
You're not slapping over much. Laughing.
We might have a long discussion after 5, though. Okay. We could bring in Guy if she stepped away for a. So some quality candidates, huh?
Three of them all very different,
Yeah. That's what's interesting, huh? I guess it's like San Marcos. Oh, here she is. She's coming. We should get input from the staff every once in a while, actually, huh?
Let's leave our general manager out of that.
Okay. Hello, Allison. Thank you. Hopefully it wasn't that long a wait for you.
No.
Okay, you've
Having
got.
some good conversation out there.
Oh, good. You met some wonderful individuals, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
it was friendly.
Gotcha. Well, you have the podium in 15 minutes, and you have questions for us. We have them for you, and go ahead and take the floor.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the opportunity, for letting me share a little bit more about myself, more beyond of what is in my letter of intent. This past year, I was unanimously nominated by my fellow HOA board members to serve as president. I'm the only woman on our board made up of 3 military veterans and a tech CEO. So as you can imagine, I have some strong personalities sitting around the table. I believe I was nominated because I excel at working collaboratively while keeping my composure in difficult situations. And sometimes that means sharing when I don't know the answer and leaning on others that do. I think I also have very good enthusiasm that people can understand and connect with. One example was recommending a dues increase for our residents to ensure the long-term financial stability of our community. It was not an easy decision for me to make or a recommendation, but by being transparent, communicating openly, and demonstrating the steps we took to reduce costs elsewhere, we gained the trust of our members, and I'm proud to say that not one resident complained. Whether it's organizing our annual community blood drive or volunteering with local nonprofits or being a member of my daughter's community or school PTO, I'm committed to fostering community engagement and building connections that strengthen where we live. It would be an honor to bring that same commitment to the board. I thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you, Allison. Appreciate that. I think Director Kirschbaum knows what it's like to sit on as the only female on it.
Yes, I do.
And she does a great job as well.
I thought you were going to say, I know what it's like to be on a school PTO.
She knows what it's like. And she
I know
does
that
well.
all too well as well.
And she also knows what it's like to be in your position, as she was there 2
2 years ago,
years
yeah.
ago. So you have some things in common there. Thank you for that presentation. Director Elithard.
Yeah, thanks for being with us tonight, Allison.
Sure.
Really appreciate it. I was wondering what HOA are you on?
I'm in the Rancho Tesoro. So there's about 346 houses in Rancho Tesoro.
You know where that's at? That's right below South Lake, right?
Yep, right below South Lake.
Okay, thanks. I was wondering, what is something noteworthy or meaningful to you that the district has done in the last few years?
The water district specifically. I was like, there's many. I would say that, I don't know if it's been in the last couple years, but I was speaking with someone last year and I found out about the high school grants that you provide with students, and I think that's just a really meaningful way to connect with the community and build trust and excite students to become involved and learn more about the process. So
Thank you. Any follow-up? No. Director Kirschbaum?
Okay. I was trying to think of which question to ask. Director Hernandez, did you have a question or no?
well, yes.
Okay. I'll let you go first.
How long have you lived in our community?
I've lived in San Marcos for just about 8 years, and it'll be 8 years in November, but I grew up in Encinitas, so I've lived in North County for just over 40 years.
Did you consider running for the position just this last term?
I had not considered it. I actually had considered running for city council this coming up time, but I decided that wasn't going to be my path for this way. But I recently had a job change, or my position changed at my job, and so it allowed me a bit more flexibility than I had a couple years ago. So now I'm able to give back a little bit more, be more involved with the community, whereas before I was your 60-hour work week woman.
All right, thank you.
Good for you. Yes, do you have a question now?
I thought of one
Okay,
to ask.
let's
Yeah,
hear it.
and I did ask this to one of the other candidates as well. So explain what representing district constituents would mean to you.
I think it would mean having excellent communication and transparency and listening to what people say. And when we're making decisions, I think that means looking and weighing the resources that we have and not just making decisions for today, but having the foresight to look for what that will mean in the future for residents. I think it's our job as a board, and specifically I can speak to this from an HOA board, you have to look at the long-term sustainability of something and be able to then effectively communicate that back down to residents so they understand the why when you're making decisions. Because sometimes they're really in the weeds of something, and so they're not necessarily thinking about 5-10 years down the way. But if you're able to have that transparent communication with them, I find that people respect that, and while they might not necessarily agree with everything that you've said, they at least understand the reasoning that you've had, and they respect that you've taken the time to communicate that with them.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you. Just how did you find out about the vacancy? Was it something that posted, or how did you find out about this spot?
Posted, and then also Vice President Kirschbaum let me know too.
Nice, good. Wonderful, thank you. Any other questions, discussions? Great presentation, appreciate your
Thank you.
passion.
Thank
No,
you so much.
Allison.
Thank you.
Any discussion before we call in the last guy?
No.
Pun intended. We're ready for Guy. The last guy. He's got a long one. But I know this guy. I don't know if we save the best for last. Yes, take your, step up to the podium there, Mr. Guy Below. Thank you for being here. You are number 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
This is the board. You are the candidate. You've got 15 minutes. I'd love to hear from you.
Okay, well, nice to meet you, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity. So my name is Guy Below. I live in San Alejo Hills. I'm married. I have 3 kids, a 14-year-old, 16-year-old, and 19-year-old. So,
My condolences.
thank you. It's been a big year. The 16-year-old just got her license, and now she's driving the 14-year-old to school. So it's kind of cross your fingers and,
Been there, done that.
yeah, as they pull out of the garage. And then our 19-year-old's at college. She kind of launched. We feel like she's kind of launched. So, but still a lot of phone calls. So, yeah, I'm a small business owner in San Marcos, and I currently work as a career coach and a consultant in the operations business. My history or our work history is project management based. I worked for Boeing up in Seattle. I was born and raised in the Seattle area, and all my family is still up there. And so through project management, just learned to work with teams and be the facilitator between difficult conversations and maybe complex technical details. So I enjoy the role of being that translator and really coming to, whether it's a meeting setting or even in my own family, to be the one that's kind of the mediator and see both sides and try to come to a solution. Let's see, what else? I do serve on a board currently. I'm involved with the Music Boosters at San Marcos High School, and I'm the VP of fundraising there. So I'm responsible for an annual fundraise of $200,000 for that marching band. And then I'm the chairperson for the Motors Music Car Show, if anyone's participated in that in San Marcos. And through that experience, I've really come to appreciate just volunteer service. And I tell my wife all the time, I don't know how I got sucked into caring so much about the band and the fundraising, but it kind of elevates above your personal, what's going on that day, or am I, doing well in my work or my relationships here. It's like just a bigger purpose. So I think that's what it brought me to be interested in the water board. I don't have a lot of experience in water other than drinking it and using it. And I do appreciate how Vallecitos it feels like they've been a good steward. I'm a contract reader, I'm a newsletter reader, so I get the newsletters and I read them, and I appreciate the quality work and effort that this organization puts into really trying to do the best for the shareholders, the customers, and being a good steward of their resources. So I am very curious and interested in to learn more about all the projects and hopefully contribute where I can. And with that, I mean, any questions?
We do have some questions.
Okay.
Thank you, and you can ask us questions as well.
Okay, great.
Director Hernandez, you want to start?
Well, I assume because you're own your own business, the time commitment is not a problem for you?
I have flexibility, yes.
Very good. And how long have you lived in the community?
We moved here in 2007. My wife and I got married. We actually met in Placerville, California, and then after we married, we lived in the Seattle area. And after about 4 years, she was like, I just don't know if I can do it anymore. So she's from Escondido, born and raised in Escondido, and she's like, there's this place down south. You got to come check it out. And I'm a convert. I appreciate a good rain. Today smelled beautiful, by the way, coming in, the ozone. But yeah, I really appreciate the weather here. So, and it gives a great place for all my family to come vacation.
Did you consider running for the board at the last election?
I did not. I was just getting involved in the boosters organization, so I was kind of tiptoe into some things. And now that feels settled, I'm looking for something else.
Very good, thank you.
Nice, thank you. Director Kershaw.
So I just want to thank you for your service on the high school band boosters.
Oh, thank you.
My son, who's a senior, played trombone for Night Regiment the first 3 years, and he's focusing on cross country more this year. But I know how much work it is, and so I really appreciate the time that you spent. And I think all of us on the board are really involved in the community, so we hope to have a colleague that's as invested as well.
Well, thank you.
So what type of challenges have you had in that position, and how do you think that translates to being an effective director on the board here?
I think one of the areas that I noticed early on when I took over the position was messaging. I think messaging is very important. All civic organizations or service-related organizations rely on connection, human connection with people. And so my goal is to make it, we have a big ask. We're asking families to donate hundreds of dollars, and then we're going out to business and asking them to donate thousands of dollars. And so I want to take that responsibly and seriously, and also show that we're humans and we're working together. And through collaboration for those who can, that we can do really great things. So the other thing too, I think it's organization. I think that's sometimes just some basics, and maybe it goes back to my project management, but break down the problem into bite-sized things that we can accomplish and kind of stack those on top of each other to get to a bigger solution, and don't lose sight of the big picture. So if I need to make $200,000, I'm gonna keep my eye on that. And let's get, $500 donation here, $500 donation here. So it all kind of goes together to help. And I think that's the theme, is I'm trying to help, so it's all relevant.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Great answers. Director Elthorpe?
Yeah, thanks for being with us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I was wondering, what do you think are some of the main issues affecting the wastewater industry?
Just from my consumer perspective, cost, I think, is something that people always keep an eye on. And I know I look at my bill and say, okay, what's the cost and how's that work? I think communication, if there has to be a price increase, if we can communicate it and explain and be transparent about it, I think we can get buy-in. I think sources of water, we're in California. When I was in Washington, believe it or not, we still had droughts and we still had to conserve. And down here, sometimes it blows my mind that what you guys do is so little. Like, it's kind of a miracle that you can have as much water resource as you do. And so I think sustainability about that is probably a big focus to your group and to this organization. So then creative solutions to how to either do more with the resources we have or come up with new solutions to find new sources, I think is where I'd be curious about.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate that. You mentioned messaging and connection and rates, so I want to ask you just a question, one question I have.
Yeah.
If we might in the near future, have to communicate to the community that their rates are going up, would you, as a consumer, how would you message that to the consumer?
I think it goes back to the transparency. If we can show, hey, that this isn't a pay increase for the leadership. This isn't a poorly negotiated contract that we made a mistake and now we have to cover our loss. Or, for mismanagement that we're making up for a budget gap. But if show that this is the cost of what we're buying and this is the cost of what we're selling. I mean, this is, in my business experience running my own business, this is what we have to do to customers when I'm pleading to a buyer and they're like, lower the cost. I'm like, I can't. In fact, I need to raise it slightly. I gotta message it nicely, but yet also be kind of clear and firm and say, this is the facts. And I think the other thing you put on top of that is just relativity and show that, hey, maybe I don't want to pay it either, but we're part of a group here and we want to have water. So let's all pitch in and work together. And then the other side of this, and try to minimize that increase as much as you can so that it is, it's really just a pass through, not a money grab.
Well said. Thanks, Guy. Any other questions? No. Do you have any questions for us?
Yes, this is my clock up here.
You've got 6 minutes on it.
Okay. As directors, what is your, what do you feel, and do we go down the line? Or maybe someone can answer. What do you feel is your biggest contribution you've made as a director?
Biggest contribution as director? Director Hernandez, have you made any contributions?
Yes. I think my biggest contribution is my knowledge of the building industry, actually, and the complexities that align with that. We're involved in the development of our 32 acres, which I was one of the original proponents to bring that forward. And so I think that's one of my biggest pieces to add to the puzzle.
Great, thank you very much.
Is that enough? You want to hear from others?
Sure, one more. Anyone else want to throw something in?
Director Elephant.
Yeah, I think what I bring is my experience in the water industry. I retired from the industry. I was the director of O&M up at Rancho California Water District. So I think the biggest thing I bring to my fellow board members is advising them on, well, for one, staying out of the weeds, letting staff do their jobs, hire good staff, retain good staff, let them get out of their way, let them do the job. So I think that's what I bring.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
As a board, how would you categorize your culture? Like, how do you guys work together? Is there an agenda? Is there a motto?
I can take that one.
Yeah, Guy, you got some great questions, by the way.
Yeah, this is like, we're getting interviewed. I like it.
A little reversion. Go ahead.
I would describe our board as collaborative and respectful. I think, we have a lot of decisions that most of them are 5-0, it's unanimous. And when we do have differences of opinions or differences of experience, I feel that all of my colleagues are very respectful and listen, and sometimes we even change each other's mind. And I'm thinking of one, of the Hilltop property in particular. So I think it's a really great board to be on, and I think that the common thread that we all have is that we're all really committed to giving back to the community. And we kind of all started out that way in different volunteer roles, and now we're giving back to the community in this way. And so I'm very proud to be a member of this board.
Thank you.
Man, my board answers well. The only thing I would add to that is the appreciation, hopefully the messaging, the appreciation we have for employees and staff. Because we've got an amazing staff and they do it all. We just kind of do a checks and balances here and make sure this GM over here isn't doing things he shouldn't. But we've got an amazing employee, and we got good general counsel too. But just the employees and the staff, and hopefully the board collaboratively and unanimously just show appreciation to this great staff and that communication with them. So that's what, I think we're all unanimous on that as well.
Thank you.
Last
question.
Oh, man, you are a good guy.
So I noticed like there's an event in October for the public to come and do a tour and things. And it said the district directors would be there. What is your level of interaction with the public, or with the business, outside of these meetings? Is there, what does that look like?
Good question. You want to take that?
Yes, well, I think we're all those of us that can, will be there. We interact during that opening session. Some of us, in fact, take the tour, but then we meet again at lunch and circulate and talk with them throughout the whole thing. As far as the community, we're out and about talking about the district to anyone that wants to listen, and going to events and answering questions if they have them. So I think we're all very involved.
Yep. I would say it's same. One more question from Director Kirschbaum.
Sorry, one more question before you go, Guy.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. But did you meet with anybody on the board before the meeting tonight?
I reached out, and because of the issue with the application, I didn't have a chance to, so I did not.
Okay, thank you.
So I kind of just figured I'd show up and give my best, and appreciate
You've done
consideration.
a very good job.
Yes, you have.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions, comments? Thank you so much.
Okay,
Much appreciated. And she will let them know we're going to talk a little bit and then make a decision, I hope. Well, all four of us can sit down and we can have 5 new board members, and I think we'd be well served with all those 5. There's
Yeah, no, I
Very
agree.
good,
I
very
agree.
good applicants, very good applicants.
5 really good applicants. Any questions, comments? Discussion? Well, let me.
Go
so
ahead.
We can talk. We can't really say, I like this guy, I like this guy, I like this girl, right?
Yeah, you
We
can.
can?
You can, and just as a reminder, the process after you're done with open discussion is if somebody makes a motion, gets a second.
So that's what I was gonna, is there a motion and a second to actually
Yeah,
present?
and then if they get 3 yes votes, then the process is done.
Okay, so we can
Okay.
discuss individuals, we can
Yep.
discuss who we want to bring forward,
can
have a
discuss all
motion and
that.
a second, have a vote.
And if you
While
discuss
they're all-
anything you can, I'll let Jim say stop, so.
All right, Jim. All right, keep us in line. Discussion. Is-
Well-
Any clarifications, first, let me see, any clarifications on any of the applicants?
No.
I know, I don't want to get into, top 1 yet, but just,
I am, based on my background, deadlines are important. When you have a bid deadline, I have been in a room where a bid deadline was at 2:00, and people have been walking down the hall, and it's 2, and they shut the doors, and they're tapping on the windows, and they go, sorry, you missed it. So I'm a little jaded with regard to the late presentations. They were excellent individuals, but again, a little jaded there.
so just get clarification on that. Deadline was what, September 10th?
The 11th at 4:30 PM.
And these came in,
I want to say one was within an hour or 2, but they were both received, Friday the 12th.
both received Friday the 12th.
Friday the 12th.
Okay, thank you. Okay, no, appreciate that.
Okay?
Any other just general concerns before we actually talk about, let's go ahead and vote on one?
So I just wanted to say, one thing that's really, really important to me, in particular in this appointment process, is I want to make sure that we appoint somebody who has already demonstrated a kind of commitment to the community, whether that be for volunteering or serving on boards. That's an important factor.
Very good, very good.
As far as previous experience on boards?
Previous experience on boards or previous experience volunteering in the community in some way, being involved in the community, because I think that just demonstrates that they're already committed, and so that's an important factor for me. And I think almost all of the candidates had that background, except for there was one candidate that didn't really have community experience. So.
The other one is the commitment and knowledge about Vallecitos. Were a couple of the applicants that, knew about us, but wanted to just get involved with the community. Having done all that, I'm up through the chairs of the Boys and Girls Club, Chamber of Commerce, Planning Commission, and ultimately to the board here. In my mind, I said, well, these are the steps that one must take in order to get there. So I think that's important to me.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with the community involvement. I think it's extremely important. I think one candidate was head and shoulders above the others, and that was Tanis Brown, if I may talk about an individual. But yeah, I was also impressed with the guy as far as his business sense and business experience and clarity and transparency. I think those two stood out to me.
Tennyson guy. Thank you. No, I appreciate and agree with all that's been said. Just, I don't think we can go wrong. It's hard. Just all great individuals. You know, they've done great up to this point.
What is important to you, President PENNOCK, as far as qualities and qualifications?
I liked all of them, just almost your presentation, just, you know, I was impressed with the guy asking questions and listening.
Yes.
So as far as just presentation, looking at people in the eye and just the presentation, you can learn. I mean, I didn't know anything about water 5 years ago, besides what they said, drinking it and getting the good stuff in and the crappy stuff out. But
Well, I think that's a good point. Communication is really important as a director, so, you know, you want somebody that can communicate effectively.
Exactly.
And I would agree with Director Ellithorpe that Tanis and Guy, you know, they both had those really strong communication skills and also had the community experience. I mean, that job as fundraising chair that's like really a lot.
So this is a walk in the cake compared to that. What did I say, walk in the cake?
Well, let's put it this
Walk in
way,
the
he gets no compensation for that job, and he would get a little bit of compensation as a director, so.
But yeah, that would be a kind of one of the leading things for me is just communication, personal
Right.
skills instead of just knowledgeable skills about the water industry is something you have to learn, but you can't. It's hard to teach, you know, those communication skills, and so I've seen that. You know, there's like you, there's a few that stand out. So with that, I mean, we've got to make a vote, and this is hard. We've got family, we got them out there. I'm supposed to bring somebody up and we can vote on, and we're going to hash this out, and we can.
Or do we just, I think we just make a motion, don't we?
I would like to make a motion.
Are we
just to be
ready,
fair.
are we ready to go
Yeah,
to do that?
just to be
Okay.
fair, and I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I think Wally did get 4,000 votes. He did run. He was out working. I would like him make, and I don't know if I'm going to say, but I would like to make a motion for Wally Simpson to be appointed based on his running, getting 4,000 votes, doing what he did up to this point.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by myself. We have a second by Director Hernandez for Wally Simpson to be appointed as fill the vacancy.
Do we vote with the,
Can we
with their
vote? Can we vote with that?
box?
Yes, you can. I mean, actually, you don't really need to at this point.
Well,
Oh, okay.
let's just do, so we've got a first and a second. Do we have any ayes?
Aye.
2 ayes, any nays?
I'm gonna do nay on Wally, yes.
So 2 nays, so we've got a 2-2.
Okay,
And that's,
that goes
we're
nowhere.
doing that,
All right?
okay? And I understand, I mean, I think he worked hard, the presentation was, yeah.
Yeah, no.
And any of these individuals, I look forward to actually speaking with afterwards and saying, in a year and a half, run, any one of you.
Absolutely, I mean, I think that's the message.
Yeah,
we need to get
exactly.
To all these candidates is that this is only 4 people, you know, deciding, but
Right,
really the way this is supposed to work is that people should decide, so.
yeah. Discussion, any more discussions, any other?
Well, then I'll make a motion to Tanis Brown. I do know Tanis for 20 years plus. She has been through the community, done a number of things, and I think she'd make an excellent board member. And again, like we talked about, in 2 years or the next year, everybody can run and see what the rest of the voters think. So I nominate Tanis Brown.
I'll second that.
Okay, so we have a motion by Director Hernandez for Tanis Brown, and we have a second by Director Kirschbaum. We'll do a regular vote just like we did. Any ayes for that? 2 ayes, 3 ayes, and 1 nay?
Okay?
Okay. With that,
Yeah.
it passes.
Discussion's over.
Discussion's over.
Yeah?
Tanis Brown will be,
So,
okay.
before we continue, got my notes here. So with that, when we bring the candidates back in, President Pennock, you make the announcement. After making the announcement, the candidate will go to the podium to receive the oath of office.
Call vote for the resolution.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, so we'll have to do that now or after we have it.
I don't think that matters so much. It's more just for the
We can do
minutes
that
or the
now.
record.
So there'll be a roll call vote.
Adopt a resolution appointing.
Okay,
17, so we are going to be.
Considering a resolution to adopt, considering adoption of Resolution 1704, which is going to be appointing Tanis Brown. And if we could have the motion?
okay.
So moved.
Second.
We have a first and a second.
Thank you.
Please vote.
And then we'll go ahead and do our vote count on there. Thank you very much.
Oh, I meant that one, but
Thank
I didn't
you.
mean to abstain.
So we will
I
say
pressed the
4
X instead of the
yeses.
negative.
Thank you very much. So resolution number 1704 passes unanimously.
I don't think it was unique.
Record.
Yeah,
Will you correct the
Why
record?
why don't you do the roll call vote again? I mean, do the vote again. There was,
One more time. Perfect, thank you. So 4 yeses.
Thank you.
All right, with
Thank you.
that-
Motion passes.
Yeah, motion passes. With that, we'll bring all the candidates in, and when you're ready, President Pennock, you can make the announcement.
Okay, thank you.
Should they have a seat?
Yeah, just bring them in for a seat. Just invite them all in.
See that one? Efficiently and effectively. Quicker than you thought.
Yes.
in 1 minute.
Did you guys make some new friends out there? You had only an hour. That wasn't too long.
We're going to share the job.
Okay, well, we look forward to that. Truly appreciate your patience, appreciate your presentations, appreciate you being here. Before we give the final, I would like to turn some time over to Director Kirschbaum. She was in your shoes 2 years ago. And so she wanted to
Yes.
just share some thoughts on being on that side as well as this side.
so President Pennock is exactly right. I was in your shoes. I went up for the appointment in January of 2023. And similar to tonight, there was lots of qualified candidates. I think there was maybe 5 or 6 of us. The appointment did not go my way, and I was very disappointed. I didn't agree with the board's decision, obviously. And so I decided to run, and people told me, well, you're not the incumbent. Usually in elections like this, the incumbent wins, don't even bother. But I said, no, I really think that people will make the right decision. And so I ran, and the people did make the decision to choose me. So I just want to encourage all of you. You all were excellent candidates. We all agreed that you were all excellent candidates, and I would really encourage you to run. If we're only going to appoint one of you tonight, but I thank you all for being here, and I hope that you'll consider running for this position in 2026. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And we also all agreed that all 4 of us could sit down and all 5 of you could sit in these seats, and we would just be in good hands. All high qualified individuals. Thank you for your presentations, for your families, allowing you to be here too. And with that, I would like to announce that Ms. Tanis Brown, we have elected to choose you as the to fill vacancy seat number 5. And so with that, I'll turn the time over to our General Manager, Don Pell.
Ms. Brown, please step forward to the podium to receive the oath of office from our board secretary.
Okay.
We'll have you raise your right hand, and then I'll have you repeat after me. So,
Okay.
I Tanis Brown,
I, Tanis Brown,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly
that
swear
I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United
and
States
the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United
and the
States
Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
discharge the duties of which I am about to enter.
Perfect. Very
All right.
nice. Thank
Well
you very
done.
much.
Thank you.
And then I will get your signature there.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is very much an honor. Thank you very much. And I agree, every one of these candidates, just having a little bit of time together, they're all great. And I'm going to call on them.
You might be running against him in a year and a half, though.
That's okay.
That's okay. Thank you so much. Director Brown,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay, do I go back to?
Yes, so, Ms. Brown, so Director Brown, there will be, your official meeting will be October 1st, and we'll have another ceremony, and you can definitely invite friends and families, and there'll be an opportunity to take pictures with your friends, families, and with the board members.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's very exciting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Much appreciated.
Thank you
Thank you.
again.
Good job.
And
thank you to all of you.
thank you, my opponents, for really putting forward your efforts.
And that is the end of our action items, right?
Yes, sir.
Reports, General Manager.
Yes, I only have two quick ones. Tomorrow is the Employee Appreciation Lunch, so all board members are encouraged to attend. And this is a little bit in advance, but it was brought up tonight. So the Water Academy, which is our open water academy for our residents, for our customers, is October 30th. So that concludes my report.
Thank you. District Legal Counsel?
I do not have a report this evening. I hope to bring you a report on the legislation that period has ended at the next meeting.
And we look forward to that report. San Diego County Water Authority?
We did not meet. We're meeting next Thursday.
Gotcha. Encina wastewater? We did-
Yes, our capital committee met this morning. We approved a contract for $1.8 million to West Coast Mechanical for a progressive design build project of replacing roof and HVAC. And then we approved the purchase of a jockey trailer, which is a big truck that has a knob at the end and picks up our trailers and moves our biosolid A and B from one point to the other. So that was 3 bids from $121,000 to $150,000, and the $121,000 took care of it. And that was all we had.
Thank you very much. Any standing committees? Jimmy? No?
Sorry.
We did have, yeah. Go ahead.
We'll hear the chair.
Well, go ahead. I'm trying to think. We did meet as a Finance and Investment Committee. And was that changed from Finance and Policy and Finance, or had it always been Finance? Investment? It just stuck out to me. We had a good discussion. We talked about Prop 218. We had some good presentations from Mike Arthur. And I didn't bring any notes. What else did we talk about besides Prop
All right,
218?
I'm going to bail you out.
Yeah, bail me out here. Thank you.
We also had a backflow program proposal review, a new vendor, so.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so that looked very promising, some savings there for the district.
Yes.
We also had a solar power savings update.
I do remember those 3 topics now, yes. Thank you so much. And there was savings on all of that, and a report on our solar and how it's still working, and it's still saving us money and doing well. And then, yes, Prop 218 will be exciting. That'll be 10/15 is going to be the, October 15th will be the public
Yeah, so there will be a board workshop at 10/1, October 1st, and October 15th will be the public hearing.
Public hearing. Perfect. Directors' reports on meetings, conferences, seminars attended?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Where'd you go?
attended the, what was the Water Council lunch. They've changed the name and nobody can pronounce it or remember it, so we'll leave it at that. And we had the president of the water contractors for the State Water Project there, and she spoke about the urgency of the repair of the State Water Project due to the subsidence. Thank you so much for the right word.
Man, you're
For
bailing everybody out.
subsidence. And there was not monies presented in the last session of government, and she was concerned that there's going to be wait till there's an emergency and then we'll really be in trouble. So what she did was urge all of us to contact our local representatives and see if we in fact can urge them to get money, because it's about a $8 billion project. It's nothing to, wave your finger at. So that was very interesting, and that's my report.
Thank you for the report. Any other? Nope. Director's comments, future agenda items? You have a comment?
I'd just like to comment on the process tonight, the selection or the appointment. They're very transparent and just a great process.
Yes.
Thank you, President Pennock, for leading us through that process.
No problem. Happy to do it. I
Great
thought we were
job,
pretty efficient. I know there's
President.
probably 4 of you out there that aren't happy with the process. But we look forward to seeing you at future meetings and on the ballot in a year and a half. I truly appreciate it, and congratulations again to Tanis Brown. And I'll be upfront. Yeah, what we really liked is just everybody's involvement in the community. That was one of the biggest things that your passion for the community of San Marcos, for its residents, how best to help them, past and current service within the community. And you all had that. That's what it made it difficult. But appreciate, again, all of you, and sorry to Guy and to Rob and to Wally and to Allison. Amazing presentations. Truly, we could be well-served if we just switched places right now. And please use this as an incentive to do what Director Kirschbaum did. And say, I'll show them. I'm going to run and win. So thank you again. Appreciate that. And is there any other comments? If not, thank you all. This meeting is adjourned.
Very good.